Courtroom drama, we stay on top. Hit subscribe, you know the vibe. Like my page, get ready to ride. Legal cases, law unpacked. Click that play and don't look back. Legally locked, legally locked, legally locked, legally locked, legally locked. Alright, 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 alright. Legally locked, the truth don't stop. Courtroom drama, we stay on top. Hit subscribe, you know the vibe. Like my page, get ready to ride. Legal cases, law unpacked. Click that play and don't look back. Legally locked, legally locked, legally locked, legally locked. All rise, 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 all rise.
All rise. All rise. What up, y'all? I know this is a good old late night stream, but I got a little bit of insomnia, and y'all can see I'm in like a different environment, and that's because somebody's in my normal office. I got a guest over, so I can't stream in my normal room like I normally do, but so I'm in a different room. But yo, in this live, we're talking about nothing but legal cases. All right, we're going to talk about the Porsha Williams flight incident. Pat Bev, the NBA player, was arrested, and some updates on the D4vd case. Let's get into it. All right. Let me make sure my mic working. Let's see. Sound effects working.
Bad boy.
Yeah, I think we good. All right, let's talk about Pat Bev. All right, so this Patrick Beverly arrest, I'm going to try to be fair and unbiased. He's innocent until proven guilty. However, this story took a sharp left turn really, really, really fast. Okay, it just went all the way to the left. Hold on. This thing went crazy. Let me pull up my little notes here. All right. So, a report came out that the NBA player Patrick Beverly was arrested for like assault or something. And the reports came out of his camp that specifically said something like, hey, Pat Bev caught his teenage sister with a full grown adult man. And it made it seem like him and his sister got into it, or maybe him and the adult man got into it. So people was giving him the benefit of the doubt and was like, hey man, I kind of understand if my teenage sister was caught with a grown adult man, it might be a little tension there. We can understand him losing his cool. Yeah, we could understand that. Then TMZ got the police report and a whole different narrative came out. Yeah, a completely different story was told. So the police affidavit says Pat Bev's sister, she like 15 years old. She snuck out of the house to go see her boyfriend at the park. She got back home and her mom told her, hey, go up to your room. And then her mom told her to call her boyfriend to come pick her up. I mean, that's a little weird. Like, if you mad at her, why are you telling her to call her boyfriend to come pick her up, unless her and the mom got into a heated argument and the mama probably was like, well, you can just leave, maybe get out. Maybe something like that happened. So the police report says the boyfriend gets there. Then the mom calls Patrick Beverly over and says Patrick Beverly then goes off on the little girl. Say he grabbed her by her neck with both hands, picked her up off of the ground, and she felt like she was losing oxygen and unable to breathe, which lasted a total of like 20 to 30 seconds. The sister stated Patrick Beverly took her out of the bedroom by her neck, slammed her body against the walls, and then threw her like on a couch or something. Then she claims that Pat Bev stood on top of her and punched her in her eye with a closed fist. Wow. Bro, you hit your sister in the eye with a closed fist?
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Why did you hit your 15-year-old sister in the eye with a closed fist? Because she got caught out with her boyfriend. Why you not beating up the boyfriend? Why you beating up your sister? I'm a little confused. So the sister stated that Patrick Beverly made a comment that he's gonna be the one in the family. He's gonna be the one in the family to kill her. What? The doc stated the boyfriend was then told to leave the house, and Patrick Beverly started to follow the boy, and then the boy called the police. So, okay, I don't understand. I'm lost. Like, so I'm gonna assume that she was not with a grown adult man, because if she was with like a grown adult man, why you beating up your sister, and why you beating up your sister and not the grown man? Like, what? You supposed to be protecting your sister. Why are you fighting your sister? I'm a little confused. I'm just a little lost with that. And I'm assuming that the man couldn't have been too grown, because if he was grown and he was the one that called the police, why he ain't in jail? Like, if he was in jail, like if you caught your 15-year-old sister with a grown adult man, why did you beat your sister up, and why you didn't beat the grown adult man up? This Patrick Beverly case is a a little confusing. It's not tracking. I'm confused. I'm lost. Maybe y'all can understand what's going on, because I don't understand it. How did you catch your teenage sister with a grown adult man, but then you beat your sister up and not the man? I don't know what happened here. So I'm going to assume, this is me making an assumption, that maybe this little girl, maybe the little 15-year-old sister got a little smart mouth and said something that possibly triggered Patrick Beverly, because I still don't understand why you beating your sister up. That's crazy. And then another thing, I'm trying to figure out, if y'all are mad that this girl is with this adult man, why did y'all call the man to the house? Mm-mm. I'm confused. But the verbiage of him saying to his little sister, Patrick Beverly allegedly said to his little sister, I'm going to be the one in the family to kill you. Like, do you know how much vitriol you have to tell somebody you going to be the one in the family to take them out? Man. Hey.
Locked up, won't let me out.
What up, Pam? Pam, thanks for stopping in. Pam said the mother orchestrated it. Something is just still weird about it, because still, let's say the mama orchestrated it. Why he fighting? Why he fighting his sister? Why are you fight? Why is he fighting his sister if the sister was allegedly with a grown man?
Wow.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. I'm lost. But we're going to give Patrick Beverly the benefit of the doubt. Maybe his sister is over exaggerating the story. Maybe they was kind of tussling and fighting with each other, and maybe he hit her. I don't know. I'm trying to understand how you fighting your 15-year-old sister. What's going on? I just don't get it. Pam Entertainment TV says, because the mom has tapped him to be the enforcer. I get it. Let's say Pat Bev is the enforcer. Why are you not enforcing on the grown adult man? Why are you fighting on the 15-year-old sister? It's crazy. Just crazy. Next up. Now, this story here is kind of crazy. All right, so Real Housewife of Atlanta, Porsha Williams, was escorted off of a plane because a passenger said she feared for her life, and Porsha assaulted her. So the passenger side of the story was that Porsha sat down, had her phone open on Instagram or TikTok or something, and the audio was loud, and the lady said something along the lines of, "Are you going to keep this phone open the whole time?" And the lady said that Porsha escalated everything and that she feared for her life and she thought that Porsha was going to kill her. Yeah. The lady said she thought that Porsha Peach Juice Williams was going to kill her. Porsha's side of the story is the lady is crazy and really just blew this whole situation out of proportion. But let's take a look and see what the lady had to say. Let's take a look at it. This story is crazy. Hold on, let me pull it up here.
How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm not very good, sir, and you?
Dude, I'm Officer Brooman. I work at the Atlanta Police Department.
Great.
So I heard about the incident that happened, but I haven't heard your side of the story.
Why didn't you hear my side of the story first, sir?
Well, I had another officer
Oh, okay. Well,
spoke to you, but I just want to hear it
and do you
personally.
think it's proper to me tell you the whole story where everybody's sitting around here, they can all hear it?
No, ma'am. If you want to be private,
I think we should be private, sir. This is an assault
okay.
matter.
You want to come over?
Yes.
First of all, where did the incident happen?
I was sitting in my seat
Where?
in Delta Airlines, seat number 3A, or B, I believe.
This happened in Las Vegas?
Yes, sir.
While the plane was still boarding?
No,
The plane was in the air?
Yeah.
Okay.
was taking off.
Just
That's
taking
why
off.
the flight attendants couldn't come help me from her beating, because they had to be buckled in.
Okay, so what happened?
Before I say anything, I want to know, is my information going to be given to the woman who assaulted me?
No, ma'am.
Because I'm afraid for my life.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
It's not. It's
I was sitting in my seat. She was the last passenger to come on board. So when she came on board,
Atlanta, Georgia is in the eastern.
she said, "I'm in that seat." I said, "No problem." I jumped up, got far away from her so she had plenty of room. She had to put stuff in the upstairs thing. I understand that. Took plenty of time. Sit back down. We never spoke other than that. And after about 25 minutes of her on Instagram, full blast, every time she would flip, because apparently it was from a loud place, I jumped because it was so loud. And so I waited 25 minutes, give her time, let her do whatever she needed to do. And then I said, "Am I going to have to listen to that the whole time?" And she said, "Do you like it?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Well, I don't like the way you asked me." I said, "Don't put this on me." And the next thing I know, there was a fingernail so close to my eye that I thought I was going to be physically attacked. She had her, I don't want to do it to you, sir. She had her hands in my face, screaming, calling me crazy, on and on and on. So now the flight attendants can't come help me because they're strapped in for this takeoff. My phone is sitting against my leg on my lap, so I take it to video to try and protect myself. And as soon as I go like this, she takes her hand and goes like that and throws my phone, and everybody sees the phone go down the end of the whole airplane. And the flight attendant told me he saw her knock it out of my hand, and that's assault. And
So
I'm
she
70 years old.
So she actually knocked the phone off your
You're
hand.
right, she did.
Okay.
I didn't drop it.
All right. All right.
But here's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid she's going to have me killed.
That lady said, "I am scared Portia's gonna have me killed." That lady said Porsha knocked the phone out of her hand. It flew down the aisle, and she feared for her life. She thinks Porsha Peach Juice Williams, is gonna have her killed. This is crazy. All right, let's see what Portia's side of the story is.
Let's stand up right here. We're gonna stand up. Who was involved? You or you? No, she was. She was. So what happened?
So the lady who was sitting next to me, I was on my phone, and the volume was up on the phone, and she turned to me out of nowhere and she said, "So you're gonna make me listen to that the whole flight?" And I said, "Well, do you want to?" And she said, "No." And I
So you
said,
listen to what?
"Am I gonna make her listen to my phone?"
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I said, "This is before we took off." Yes, even before we took off.
So you guys were in Las Vegas when that happened?
Yes. Yeah.
The plane was on the ground?
Yes.
The door was shut? It was? Okay.
No, the door wasn't shut yet. People were still boarding.
People were still boarding?
She was
okay.
texting me. When
Oh,
people
okay,
were
I
still
couldn't
boarding.
tell.
Okay.
Okay. So she was like, are you gonna make me listen to that the whole time? And I said, "Well, do you want to?" And she said, "No." I said, "Well, it was a nicer way to say that." And she said, "Bitch, you don't tell me bitch." And I was like,
Are you okay?
"I'm okay." I'm okay. I'm just telling him what happened.
I'm so sorry.
And so it's all
If
right.
there's anything I can do to help
Yeah,
you.
you were sitting near us.
I was.
Yeah, I was just telling
I was
him.
there and I heard it was unreprehensible. The woman got in your face and gave you the middle finger.
Yeah.
And was doing things that were completely kidding.
She was. She starts
I'm
screaming.
sorry. I'm embarrassed. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
That's why I'm asking if you're okay.
Yes, no, I appreciate it.
I wouldn't be okay.
I mean, you know, I don't know what she's claiming. She's gonna press charges saying that I hit her. I'm like, I did not hit you.
I mean, you want to continue? You want to continue, ma'am?
Sorry.
Can you excuse me?
Okay. Can I get your information? Can you get your information as a witness?
Sure.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I was sitting 2 rows back. She did not touch
No,
me.
that's what I'm saying.
You saw everything happen?
Yes. The guy had his seat reclined before the flight even took off, and I saw the entire gap. She did not touch
You
me.
didn't touch her.
She's screaming. You hit me in my face.
I can tell you.
I can tell you.
She did not. I could see her.
I can write my info down if you want.
Say,
Okay.
She didn't do anything wrong. She didn't.
What's your phone number?
It's
Says she feared for her life. Thought Porsha was gonna take her out the game.
You have an ID?
oh yeah.
So that's the end of that video. Man, let me tell y'all something. These Karens, what did Beyonce say? These Karens are turning into terrorists. Because why did she just tell that whole lie on Porsha Peach Juice Williams? Why did you, I think sometimes these people are so scared that they start hallucinating and thinking things are happening that's not happening. So, long story short, this whole incident was investigated. There was no charges filed against Porsha, or if they were filed, it got thrown out because obviously it didn't happen the way the lady thought it happened. The lady obviously envisioned Porsha attacking her, and after the attack, that Porsha was going to hunt her down and kill her. These people are dangerous. I be telling y'all, man. These folks is dangerous, bro. Because how did it escalate like that? And how did you feel for your life? Porsha, you seeing a woman, and look, I don't even want to get on respectability politics, but you see a woman with nice hair, nice clothes on, and your first instinct is, I feel like that woman is going to attack me. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, Porsha don't mind putting her paws on you if she got to defend herself. But I've never seen Porsha just attack somebody. All right. Porsha don't like to be disrespected, but I ain't never seen her just go off and just haul off and attack somebody. So that's crazy how, just imagine if there wasn't no witnesses around and it was a he said, she said type situation. It's crazy. All right. Let's talk about this next topic here. Man, this is a freaky ass case.
He a fan, freaky ass.
This is a freaky ass case, bro. Now, I never covered the David case on this page because I was just sitting back waiting for more information to come out, because real talk, this case is probably one of the creepiest cases I've heard about in modern times. And a part of me was like this just can't be real. This all this stuff that's coming out just can't be real. So me personally, I said I'm going to sit down and wait until more information comes out before I start covering it. So, for y'all that don't know, here's the backstory. This guy here named David, he's a singer, and from my understanding, he had a few songs go like super viral on TikTok and essentially became famous. Now, today, right now, he's 20 years old. But this story starts about 2 or 3 years ago when he's around the age of maybe 17, 18. Essentially, what the rumor is... The rumor is he was dating or talking to this young girl by the name of Celeste, who was around the age of 12, 13 at the time. And she was maybe 13 or 14. And he was around 17 or 18-ish. And some people are saying, hey, she possibly lied about her age to get close to this young man. Nevertheless, these two allegedly started a romantic relationship. All right. Her parents said she would frequently run away from home, and she had a boyfriend by the name of David. What a coincidence. Okay. This girl would show up on live videos with David, She would be at his concert. Yeah, she would be at David's shows. They have matching tattoos. He would write songs about her. These two had a thing going on. All right. That's evident. There was something going on with this young man and this little girl. Something was going on. So I'm gonna assume eventually he found out how old she really was, because people stated he started to be a lot more discreet with her, a lot more discreet with their relationship, like hiding her and not really like being so out and about. Long story short, the police are speculating that this girl may have been unalived around spring of 2025, and her body was found dismembered in the trunk of his Tesla while he was on tour in like August or September. Crazy. So the police have now officially said that he's a suspect. And what's the craziest thing about this case is they said his tour, his music, everything was all about death and mourning. They said the man had a casket at his tour where you can come in and pay your respects. And they said some nights the man would just randomly just break down crying on stage. I mean, all of this stuff is sounding real freaky and real guilty.
He a fan here. Freaky ass.
They found this little girl chopped up in his Tesla while he was on tour. So it's quite obvious that they knew each other. There's pictures, there's videos, and he never once, ever, from what I see, paid his condolences to this young girl who passed away. So all of this shit is freaky, and all of this shit is fishy, and it's not funny. This is a tragedy. This is a tragedy that this little girl was failed by so many people. Her parents claimed they called the police when she would go missing. Other people came out and said her parents were mistreating her at home, and that's why she consistently ran away from her. Like, yo, it's just everybody just failed this little girl. The police failed her. Her parents failed her. Everybody failed this little girl. Then there was a rumor that she put on the internet insinuating that she may be pregnant. So you, young man, at the age of 17, 18, 19, may have possibly gotten a 12, 13-year-old pregnant. So people are speculating, hey, did she really get pregnant and he just kind of lost it and he got rid of her? Like, this whole case is crazy. It's crazy. Then people were speculating, hey, maybe she took some bad drugs and overdose and they tried to hide the body. Maybe it wasn't murder. Like, there are so many different stories circulating around this case. And hopefully within the next few weeks, we can get like more tangible updates. But the latest news in this David case is he is officially a suspect. Police are stating, well, insiders are stating that the police are saying this is something that was not done alone. He had to have help, or there had to be multiple people involved with dismembering this girl's body. And it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. It's weird. Prayers for her, man. It just sucks how she was failed. TMZ just recently put out an update tonight. Harvey at TMZ. I'm going to play that for y'all so we can see what the new update is. But yo, just crazy, man. It kind of reminds me of a friend that I went to school with. We were in middle school, and she was kind of one of those kids who would always like be with different boys, and she would run away from home. And you know, luckily she got her life together. But it's just sad, man, that this little 13-year-old girl is gone. But yo, let me pull up this update from TMZ. Harvey just put this up a couple hours ago. Hold on. Let's share my Twitter. Hold on. Let me get it loaded up here. I'm going to add this to the scene. Can we make this a little bit? Let's switch sides here. I'll see if I can blow Harvey up. If y'all don't know, Harvey is like the owner of TMZ, but let's take a look at his update.
Some major developments in the Celeste Rivas death. TMZ has learned that her body had been frozen. And when it was found, it was still partially frozen in the back of David's car. And it was in such bad condition that we are told the medical examiner may never be able to establish the cause of death. So here's what we know. When the body was found, it was in terrible condition. It had been decapitated, the torso was intact, the limbs had been removed, and they were cut up severely. The body was partially frozen in the trunk. And this is really important because remember, the body had been sitting there for days before it was finally impounded and then the body discovered. And it was still, the body parts were still partially frozen. So we are told that when the body first went to the medical examiner's office in early September, it was listed as an apparent homicide, but that was just from what seemed obvious, that the body was cut up into pieces. The medical examiner is having a really tough time right now trying to figure out what the cause of death was. We are told it is likely the cause of death will go undetermined because of the condition of the body and the fact that it was frozen and the fact that it was cut up the way it was. So we have told you that we know David is a suspect, and even if it is undetermined, the LAPD can still move forward, as could the LA County District Attorney. The LAPD is viewing this as a homicide. David is a suspect. We know this. And one of the keys to the case is a trip that authorities say David made in the middle of the night back in the spring to a remote area of Santa Barbara County. We are now also told that there is a second suspect, and our information is that the second suspect has something to do with the cutting up of the body. Now, Mark Garagos, who is my co-host on the Two Angry Men podcast, told us in the most recent podcast that his information is that this second suspect is being looked at not just for dismembering the body, but also for what happened before, during, and after Celeste's death. So there is a second suspect that the LAPD has its sights on. They have identified the person. Garagos says he knows who it is, not saying, but it is a second suspect implicated here. So obviously the question, how on earth did this body go from Santa Barbara, if that's indeed where it was taken? And that seems to be the operating theory of the LAPD, that if it was taken to Santa Barbara, how did it end up back in Los Angeles in the trunk of David's car in a residential neighborhood? The only thing that makes sense, and that's months and months later, the only thing that makes sense is that based on connecting the dots, it would seem that this body was put in a freezer for an extended period of time, and it was so frozen that by the time it got in the car, it took a long time for it to unfreeze, and it had not fully unfrozen at the time the body was discovered at the impound lot. So again, it looks like there may never be a cause of death determined by the medical examiner. The body was frozen. Just keep looking at TMZ. We will have more updates as the days pass.
Yo, this is crazy, bro. Like, what? All right, so now the working theory sounds like something happened to her. They put her in the car, took her to this remote area in Santa Barbara where she was dismembered, possibly put into some type of freezer to keep her frozen. But my question is, who went back, got the body, and thought it was a good idea to keep the body in the Tesla? Like, what? What is going on with this case, man? Look, if it was me, I would just start locking everybody up. Lock him up, lock the manager up, lock his best friends up. Everybody needs to be in jail so somebody can get to talking, because this is the weirdest, strangest case, like I said, I've heard of in modern time. Like, what? Man, this is crazy. Y'all, that's all I got. 30 minutes. I gave y'all a good old 30 minutes. That's all I got, because this Celeste case, man, hopefully this little girl can get some justice. I'm not even going to say hopefully her family can get some justice. I don't think her family deserves justice, because why was y'all not out kicking doors down trying to find your child? And don't get me wrong. I listen, another part of me do understand, because sometimes you do have teenagers that you keep trying to bring them home and they just won't go home. They keep running away. And sometimes some families be like, all right, I'm just wiping my hands. You want to get out here in the real world? Go. But God damn, bro. That's just sad. Like, this little girl was potentially being violated, molested, and somebody just dismembered her body and put her in a freezer and left her, and people just went on with their lives like nothing mattered. That's all I got, man. That's all I got. If y'all came in and hung out with me and left comments, I appreciate y'all. If y'all are catching me on the replay gang, make sure you follow my legal page at Legally Locked. But that's all I got, bro. I got that Celeste case is just it for me. Peace out.
Legally locked where the truth don't stop. Courtroom drama, we stay on top. Legal cases, law unpacked. Click that play and don't look back. Hit subscribe, you know the vibe. Like my page, get ready to ride. Like my page, get ready to ride.